We toss it back over to the casters to bring us in the game.
I learned a new word from Omo. See sorry. Gotta put that in my see sorry.
Sorry.
So, see sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. I'll put that in my dictionary after this. Basically, by definition, means it's 50-50, topsy-turvy. I'm guessing that's it.
Ah.
But we went from Senna Gragas to Senna Nasus in this game 2 for RRQ.
And I gotta be honest with you, Husky, I do not like this Nasus pick on Exosen. What the panel has talked about, right? That they're always the playmaker. He's always there to outplay you when it comes to initiating and disengaging. And he made such an amazing play at the Elder Drake fight.
Oh boy, Marky already ignited so early on.
And being on the Nasus reminded me of the 2 straight games that BRU had to do where he was on the Nasus and he couldn't do anything. The moment he went Thresh, the moment he went Yuumi, he impacted the game and the series so much, and that's why they're here. Now the biggest question is, RRQ lacks CC, lacks engage. The only reliable engage that they have is the charm from Helios. We talked about the Devil J playing tanks changes the pressure for Exosen is not going to be fully on him. Now it's just all on Helios to land the charm.
Yeah, so instead of the game 1 where RRQ has this incredible late game scaling where when they get a hit, they run away with the game, it feels like a tamer game 2. Right, where RRQ, sure, they have the Chaz on the Kha'Zix, the Chazix experience, but BRU, they're making that early move. Golden Feet and Archie, they're here, Gold Card in the hand of this Twisted Fate. Does take a turret or force the flash away. This gang might be water as Chaz flashes for the kill, but it's a flash face breaker. First blood for what the Jess, and RRQ gets stopped.
Again, no one can hold them down after the root coming from Marky. It's not going to be the same as the heavy CC that BRU has. Showstopper, Face Breaker, Chain of Corruptions, Gold Card, Kick, Apprehend. Everything is in the hands of BRU. Everyone, each and every person from BRU can initiate a fight, can set up for the entire squad. RRQ, in the meantime, Marky has to land his root. It's a very slow route. Helios has to have the charm on.
Yeah, and this kind of reminds me at least, of game 1 between Team Flash and Flash Wolves, where it all comes down to that Ari, right? In this case, it's Helios. Has to get the charm, has to start things off. He has to be the primary trigger for RRQ to force BRU to react to something. But getting that started, it feels easier said than done.
Yeah, right? Now let's take a look at the replay. It seemed like RRQ read them like a book, read BRU like a book, but unfortunately, no one to hold them down, can't finish off a target, and they're doing it again.
And that's an exhaust expended, an EXO, oh, the ignite, so close.
Okay, I said before, Senna Nasus makes your lane an unkillable lane. No one can touch you. But this is a very glaring problem because you're up against a Varus. You cannot keep up with the sustain. You're just gonna get poked out. And the presence of Golden Feet constantly bothering bot lane. Marky and Exosen have to constantly watch their backs, and they're going to lose tower.
Yeah, they're losing. This is going to be the second plane that they lose. So early on, Omo touched on how BURIRAM probably wants to focus a bit more on Noel, right? Get this Darius a hit, get this strong side of the lane for BURIRAM themselves, their advantage. But they are focusing on that bot side, and Devil J, max hemorrhage stack, forced to pop the dominance, and Flash. Noel follows up, takes a turret shot, not enough to bleed Devil J out.
Oh my god, but that's a very worrying sign. Noel doesn't have flash, so he can't flash apprehend play anymore. But this is really scary because Chaz is forced to always go down bot to counter gank because Golden Feet has been keeping his eye on bot lane, and it makes sense. Marky Exosen cannot do anything in this lane, and we saw that Noel can handle his own, so that's more reason for Golden Feet to not go top.
And Noel just won the lane on his own, right?
Yeah.
Without any help from Golden Feet and the rest of the team. So RRQ shows up to the Rift Pharaoh. Chaz has already started it, but look at what the Jazz. Proto Bell instantly face breaker, showstopper. They didn't get the Sonic Wave on top of Chaz, but it's going to be a charm from Helios. They want to get Golden Feet, and they finish him off. And BURIRAM, they are late to the party. RG flashes forward, gets a go-kart, kicks off, takes down Marky, but it will be an exhaust on the Exo. This fight might be done though. Noel, he gets charmed, doesn't get any reason from the ultimate, but it's still another go-kart on the Devil J, who slices and dices away, using that Reparo as a trampoline, but BRU might just walk away with this Reparo.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be a reset. Charm's going to hit again.
I mean, just Archony still has some health to work with, and after all of that, it's BRU walking away with the first major objective.
That's exactly what we're talking about, right, Husky? The key here is Helios. All the pressure is going to be to him. And we saw if he indeed delivers, when the charms hit, BRU, you see how many fell from that battle. But the thing is, at the end of the day, BRU still manages to get the Rift Herald. So that means it was not enough, even though Helios was able to land key charms.
Yeah, and we temporarily laid our eyes on both Cold Feet and Chaz. Jungle matchup at the Rift Herald fight. It was What the Jazz who was able to isolate Chaz, and it was Helios who was able to finish off Cold Feet. That could have, it felt like it could have gone a lot worse. Cold Feet spotted out the safeguards away. Rift Herald popped down mid. BRU, they want to apply some pressure.
Yeah, that's some big boy isolation damage right there. Almost half HP already for Cold Feet. Let's see how they're able to set up this dragon.
Helios and Chaz are nearby. They have vision. Pop the Scryer's Bloom just to get a better look on the terrain. And BRU dragging down.
Helios has Spirit Rush.
1.8k health is going to be another Proto Belt into a face breaker. Helios comes in. They actually steal the dragon with the Spirit Fire. And they take down 2 members from BURIRAM United.
My god, the timing was so perfect from RRQ. They waited, and then jumped in at the very perfect timing. And what? Exocet managed to get a steal.
Spirit Fire just outsmites Cold Feet. Chaz wasn't really needed to use his smite. That kind of flips the tables around.
Yeah,
right? We just saw BRU take a slight lead, but RRQ just wrestled with the back.
Yeah, it's so crazy, right? And props to Helios' positioning as well, right? He came from a different direction, away from prying eyes to BRU. Of course they're going to look towards Chaz because he's the one who's going to do the steal. But look at that, Helios coming from behind.
Archony baited in by Devil J and Helios. Devil J just flashes for the slice and dice. Gets the kill, but here comes Cold Feet. Shows up to the party.
Kick.
They've got kick. Follow up with the Resonate Strike to get a trade.
Really nicely done by Cold Feet with a trade, kicking Devil J into tower range. But look at this though. Noelle?
It's going to be slowed up by the weight of Proto Belt forward. Marky doesn't get the snare off, so Noelle walks away.
At least RRQ is able to prevent from losing a tower down top rather. And that's the thing, right? RRQ, look at the pickup by Devil J. Proto Belt. That means we're talking about bridging the gap. Slice and dice, and then Proto Belt or whatever. Charm?
Oh no, it's not going to be Cold Feet isolated again. RRQ is just setting up a depth rush.
The read from RRQ is so good. They know the BRU is hungry to kill that tower. It's so low. They've been pressuring that side for the past 7 minutes. They knew this was going to happen again.
Yeah, Cold Feet just completely halted in terms of momentum. And they do have What the Jazz with them. Chaz is going to spot What the Jazz. It's going to be a showstopper, but it's a red card. No, Archie doesn't get the right one off. He just walks away.
That was very sneaky of What the Jazz. But the plan has been foiled. It was supposed to be showstopper into a gold card combo. Because Helios didn't have Spirit Rush at the time. Flash was used though.
Devil J on top of Vision. Just gets stunned off so Noelle couldn't follow up with the combo. But then so far we see Noelle, first item, Divine Sunderer, to take on Devil J, to have some sort of damage to whittle down EXO in these fights. But that means that Noelle is going to be less durable.
Yeah, that's true. It's going to be squishy.
Gonna try again. Destiny out. Here comes Cold Feet. But Chaz again, another good read. Just completely foils the plan of BRU.
Yeah, I love how RRQ, Helios, the rest of the squad, or rather Chaz just shadows wherever BRU wants to initiate, and it deters the Destiny drop. It deters from BRU from committing, because we know RRQ, when it comes to outplaying you, they're able to do that.
This is where we kind of slow down a bit. It feels like after all of that early action, RRQ and BRU gives us some room to breathe. I say that, but Chaz and Devil J on the Rift Barrel.
Half HP already. It's going down fast.
You gotta make a move right now. They're under the shroud. Cold Feet is thinking about it, but the rest of RRQ are there. Cold Feet cannot do it.
I love it. They waited for the Sonic Wave to expire before hitting it again, so that means Cold Feet has no access. He's gonna be forced to use a flash either way. RRQ with a quick thinking, they know what to do against, Lee Sin's in general.
Yeah, and so far you see Cold Feet, he is going for just full-on damage, right? Yo moves into a Sheen item. He's going to be that pick-off bot, but this item build it benefits Lee Sin if he's ahead. Cold Feet isn't. 1 and 3, he's having a rough time so far.
Yeah, he wanted to match the damage output that RRQ so far, Chaz and Helios, has been dishing out. But that's the thing. Eventually, in the later stages of the game, Lee Sin will need, Guardian Angel will need something that can survive the fight because you're going to be setting up for the squad. But as I say that, look again, they're showstopper. Everybody can set up for the team, and I feel like that's why it's damage for Cold Feet.
It's gonna be a slow root onto Noel. Charm doesn't pull him back because of the root, but even then, it is a substantial amount of damage. Noel, he can't fight no more. This dragon most likely will go over to RRQ.
Oh yeah, he cannot be the meat shield anymore. He can't press forward and apprehend anymore.
Yeah, but Destiny revealed the location of RRQ, but what is the next move of BRU? They gotta do it on well. Probell forward gets a pull back onto EXO. It's gonna be a go-kart onto only EXO. But when all of that was happening, look at what RRQ is doing. They have Double J in the backline. Both Conan V and Triple V are already down. They get an exhaust onto Noel. They get a charm onto Archony. That get everything. It's RRQ with 4 kills and a dragon.
RRQ so strong in that fight and looking to be in this series as well. Look what they did. They separated the fight. They used EXO as bait. And then boom, Helios, Chaz just dove into the backline. And VVV, let's take a look at that again. Destiny, everybody, they're focusing their efforts onto EXO. But look at Helios and Chaz doing a lot of work in the backline. And it basically broke the formation of BRU. And again, there's no threat. Helios is so healthy. Look at his HP. No one was focusing on him at all. No one is hitting him.
They couldn't even get access to the backline, right? It was so hard. EXO just puts his body in front. Devil J, you mentioned the Proto Belt. He just dashes towards the backline. I don't think BRU were ready for that. And even with all of these pickoffs, the go-kart, the chain, you list down 10 different utilities that BRU have. Doesn't really matter at this point. I mean, RRQ have such a huge lead. Kodafeed finds Chaz. But what is the follow-up? It seems like there's none. What the Jazz? Found out again. Helios, a good charm. It's going to be Archony caught out. They get a showstopper. What the Jazz? Half forced to flash away. They get the top tier 1, but feels like Chaz once more. What the Jazz does get the honey for Misi slowed down. And for just a couple pieces of fruit, he gives his life away.
Yeah, that was the slow combo, right? Step on honey fruit, get withered, get charmed. That is quite unfortunate for Jess.
EXO is 0-0-9.
Yeah.
Still not dead yet.
Yeah, despite Archony and Noel, everybody else from BRU focusing on him earlier once he got apprehended, once he got gold carded. But again, the biggest problem would be Chaz, would be Helios. They are your top threats against RRQ. BRU has the capability of destroying them for sure.
I don't think BRU have enough damage at this point. Look at Conan Feet. Just completely rooted down. Facebreaker does miss. Conan Feet forced to go golden. The Chain of Corruption also goes wide. And Conan Feet just vaporizes.
Yeah, just completely disappeared. It's a 4v5, by the way.
Where's the damage from BRU? I don't think they have enough.
Because Exocen has been so good at soaking up aggro and damage.
Yeah, BRU wants to run into you to fight, but if you're on top of the Spirit Fire, there goes your armor.
Exactly.
So hard for BRU to do this. Top tier 2 ready demolished. RRQ slowly picking apart the base. I see that, but the inhib turret is gone.
Yeah, it's destroyed. Vaporized, just like what has been the theme throughout this game. And you're right, there is that innate armor shred. So Noel, what the Jess are going to say bye-bye to their armor when they have to go face-to-face against Exocen here. And this is full map control already for RRQ. More or less 10k gold lead already. They have everything. Now, the biggest question is, how can BRU come back from this? If they get a pick on Chaz,
oh no,
that's a chance. But that was the window.
Desperation.
Wait.
Waiting for the showstopper. This is they want to grab Chaz.
So far away.
There's going to be a go-kart Chaz. Eliminated by Helios. Does go. He still get a
my
charm. No
God.
haymaker for what the Jazz. Double root. Conan V goes in. Flash kick. But the angle is not there for him. Devil J punishes him for it. And BRU, they've already lost this fight. It is not their territory. Get the heck out of this river. RRQ will claim command. And they steal one more. They flash over the wall. Destiny used. Archony, he wants a gateway out. But Devil J is on his tail. Go-kart being picked out. But Devil J still gets the stun off. He just doesn't get the connection with the charm. But meanwhile, while all of that was happening, Triple V is running in the wrong direction. He's running straight into RRQ's base, and RRQ gets 4 kills.
Yeah, I don't think that was a 1v1. That was definitely, you know, Triple V just wanting to run away, Marky just giving the chase. And oh my God, as I said, that the key is to get a pick off of Chaz and then pressure Baron. But at the end of the day, Golden Feet couldn't fight an angle. Helios took that fight back by getting a charm onto what the Jess. And after that, one of your tanky members is gone. If you separate the fight, that's where RRQ thrives, and that's exactly what they did. They divided the squad, BRU, into half. And Helios, the repositioning to make sure that the angle of the kick, just as you mentioned, wasn't there. RRQ looks so clean right now.
Triple Dragon for RRQ, and this feels like they have not slowed down even for a bit since last Sunday. When the trio FLA, they look absolutely sublime coming into this series. It felt like they picked up where they left off.
Yeah, it felt like the whole break didn't even exist. They managed to keep momentum in a teeny tiny box and then open it up today.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, it's
Stored
like a never
energy.
storing energy. Oh, don't get me started.
I know. I was looking at Grandin. We don't want to go into the technicalities.
Yeah,
of
we don't
that,
want
right?
to
We're
go
going
all
into,
scientific
yeah,
on
we're
this.
gonna go like physics and quantum science. That's for another day. But for now, RRQ clearing out vision at the Baron pit. In BURIRAM United, they show up, but the side lane is in danger. Devil J having the game of his life with that Hullbreaker.
He's able to create more presence. Again, RRQ has been fighting 4v5 all this time, by the way.
I mean, EXO could be 2, right? But the Jazz goes in, Showstopper, go-kart, they get a catch-up. It's Marky! Senna not available in the fight, but Noel goes down. It's Godlife for Helios.
Wow.
RGB shows up with Destiny. Chaz goes golden in the air. A good stasis, but the base is in danger. BURIRAM, your base is in danger. Guys, go back home right now because Devil J is here and the backdoor works out. RRQ pushes us to series point.
Oh my god, RRQ winning a different... They basically changed the ending. You know, the first one, okay, we're going to go Aurelia, Fiora, and then the next got Devil J split pushing here at game number 2. Now they're match point next to the next stage. To this last day, to the lower bracket finals.